This is the story of the fun house. Don't turn out the lights. Evan wasn't afraid of anything at the fair. When his friends got off the giant Ferris wheel, weak-kneed and shaking, he just rolled his eyes and called them Scaredy Cats. He declared that the fair was just for little kids and stormed off. But just as Evan was about to walk out of the exit, a high-pitched voice called out to him, "You can't leave before you go to the fun house." Evan turned around to see a tall, skinny clown with big green hair and even bigger, greener eyes. "The fun house is the scariest place in the fair." "That's not saying much," retorted Evan as he rolled his eyes and turned to go. But the green clown just smiled. "Probably for the best. You just end up running through the Scaredy Cat exit." That stopped Evan in his tracks. Then the green clown led him all the way back to the edge of the fairgrounds, to the old fun house. The entrance was shaped like a giant clown with his mouth wide open. In fact, the clown looked a lot like the green clown. "This will be a breeze," Evan said as he turned to the clown, who no longer was there. With a shrug, Evan enters the fun house. The first room is just filled with mirrors. "This isn't scary," thought Evan as he rolled his eyes. But then all the reflections of Evan rolled their eyes as well. But theirs kept rolling back until Evan was faced with 100 wide-eyed versions of himself. "How's it doing that?" cried Evan as he started to get a little concerned. The room echoed, "How's it doing that? How's it doing that? How's it doing that?" "This is how!" cried the nearest mirror, which then turned from a tall, skinny version of Evan into the green clown. Then it cackled its high-pitched laugh. Evan rushed through the room, but every time he thought he reached the door, he bumped into another mirror. The laughs got louder and louder. Finally, he reached a door marked Scaredy Cat Exit. He was about to grab its handle, but he stopped himself, took a deep breath, and walked into the next room of the funhouse. This one was filled with mannequins. Big ones, little ones, sad ones, scowling ones. Evan laughed. This whole thing was just silly. Until, out of the corner of his eye, he thought he saw one move. Evan snapped around. One of the mannequins was now right behind him, arm outstretched like it was reaching for him. Evan jumped back, ran into 3 more mannequins that weren't there a second ago. With a scream, Evan ran as fast as he could through the room. He could feel the mannequins getting closer and closer right behind him. He saw the next Scaredy Cat exit, and this time, without a thought, frantically grabbed for it. It wouldn't open. Evan pulled and pulled at the handle. It wouldn't budge. Then, from the blackness of the next room, he heard footsteps and the high-pitched voice of the green clown. "We don't like scaredy cats here," cried the clown. Evan bolted through the mannequin room and could feel them grabbing at his shoulders as he ran by. He bolted through the mirror room, bumping into mirrors as he heard the green clown right behind him chanting, "Scaredy cat, scaredy cat," and finally bolted out of the funhouse, tears in his eyes, and ran directly into his friends. He tried to warn them about the mannequins and the mirrors and the green clown. They all stared at him, then burst out laughing. Evan screamed, "Don't laugh at me, it's dangerous!" But when he pointed back at the funhouse, he saw that it had changed. Gone was the clown with the giant gaping mouth. Instead, it was the Scaredy Cat funhouse for children 3 years old and up. "No!" cried Evan. "You don't understand, it was something different." But his friends were already walking away, shaking their heads at Evan the Scaredy Cat. And from somewhere in the distance, Evan could hear the high-pitched laughter of the green clown.